Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to HyperShadeTutorials. In the last tutorial we went over customization skins, so we started to add the skins to our gun, and we also had to separate the op buttons for the actual customized skins because we don't want it to be the same buttons as the barrel attachment, otherwise the script's gonna get confused. So let's just recap. Let me just lower the volume down. If it starts up. Okay, so if we hit customization menu and we click on barrel attachment, it goes into its right animation state, which is adding stuff. And we had the options to change the camera position, whatnot. If we hit back, it goes back into its idle. Now when we hit customization skin, it goes into the adding skin system animation. And when we click the first up arrow, it changed our skin. And as we hit the bottom one, it takes it back down. Don't know why it took a delay there. You shouldn't be doing that. And it's doing it again. Oh, I know why, sorry. That's my fault because I'm clicking it above the values. That's okay, yeah, it works. So, as you can see, that's what we achieved last time. Today we're going to be adding the back button for this part. What else do we need? We need to prevent this, but I'm going to leave all the animation stuff to the very end. It's one of the basic things to do. The things we really need to get out of the way is the GUI stuff and making sure the core mechanics work. Right, so first of all, let's open up our script. Now, before we do begin, as always guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I don't see my YouTube comments because the YouTube system isn't as good as it used to be. It doesn't really inform you about all your comments now. It's half and half. So sometimes I actually see my Gmail and it's got a lot more questions there than I see in my actual YouTube account. So if you have any questions, please email me at the following email, HyperShadeTutorials.com @gmail.com, sorry. I said the same thing last time. And you can actually email me in my personal email, which is Hummad.Nazir @gmail.com, or give me a message on Twitter at Hummad.Nazir. If you can't, get in contact with those, feel free to give me a message on my Facebook. Here's the link to that, and let's get started. So please feel free to just ask me any questions. I'll do my absolute best to give you an answer back, or even fix it for you. Alright, so let me just zoom to the code for you guys, because last time I didn't do that. I didn't do that until the end. Right. Okay, so add weapon skins is here. Let me open up the weapon skin system as well. Okay. Right, so let's look for the buttons. Weapon skin current. That's not the one we're looking for. That's minus, plus. Where's the back button? That's what I'm looking for. Show box. Show back button. There we go. Where is it? There we go. This is what we're looking for. You see this over here, line 280 is his show back button equals true. We want to add this line underneath lines 290. So we're just going to say show back button equals true. Okay. I'm going to go back into Unity, just make sure it shows that. So let it just update. Okay. Run the game. Let's go into customization skins. There we go. As you can see, we can see that. If I hit back, it goes back, and it shouldn't be showing those. Right, that's fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back into back buttons, and what we're going to do down here is we're going to say show up. Hold on, what did I call it? Okay, up arrow skin buttons, my bad. Up arrow skin buttons, and we're going to set it to false. This is when we hit the back button. Please keep in mind this all will change later on when it comes to animations. So it's going to change definitely. So let's just quickly test that. Right, so as you can see, we have our barrel attachment. It's there, it's fine, it goes back out. We have this one, it's there, and it goes back out. Okay. I don't really like the way it came back out. The animation, I know I said I'm gonna do that later on, but I just don't like the way it works. Let's see if we can fix that right now. I'm just quickly getting some stuff sorted in my mind. Just give me a second. Alright, we can do something here. We're going to put an if statement around this. And let's say we'll leave this out for now. We don't want to be part of this if statement. Right. I'm going to say if our current animation state is equal to something, let's do something. So current animation state equals what did I call it when we're adding stuff? Where is it? I have to find this. Where is it? Alright, we can do a find. Current animation state, there it is. So let's go up. Adding skins, that's for the adding skin. Adding items, right. So in here I'm going to say if it's equals to that. Okay. Adding items, I believe. It wasn't item, was it? Yeah, items. Right. Okay. Now this will only work if our current animation state is equals to adding items. And let's test that out. So that's our first thing, barrel attachments. So if we hit back button while we're in this current animation state, it should work. Brilliant. Just test that one more time. Just give me 1 second. Show back button. Yeah. Okay. Right, it's okay, that's fine as well. let's go back into here. Was it barrel attachment on, or was it the other one? Let me bear with me, guys. Yeah, as you can see, this has the same issue. It goes on top, so we're going to turn that off. In here, I'm going to say barrel attachment on equals false. Nope, there's an error. That's not the right one. That's the one we want. I was calling a function, which we don't need to do. Okay, let's test it out. So we'll hit this. Perfect. We'll hit that. Back button won't work because the current animation state is equal to something else, which is adding skins, and if that's the case, nothing's going to happen because the if statement only covers adding items. Now, simple enough. All we're going to do is go down here. I'm going to put another if statement. Let me zoom in just a bit more. And I just lost myself. There we go. I'm going to put a closing. That closes that. Yeah, we need another closing curly brace down here. That closes this if statement. It's going to tab it in. Save. I'm going to enable that. I'm going to copy all of these. I'm going to paste them in there. I'm going to set this. We don't need this right now. We don't need that. We don't need this. We don't need this. We need these two. Let me just quickly find out what this function did. Right, we're gonna have to make another function. Function wait for skin fade. Open bracket, close bracket, open curly brace, closing curly brace. I'm just gonna copy all of this. Paste that in there. Same amount of time. I'm gonna put show back button equal to false, and instead of this one, don't need that in there. So it's going to copy this. We don't need this in here as well, I believe. Save that. So I'm going to copy that statement name, function, sorry, and I'm going to paste it here, like so. I'm going to delete the extra curly braces, put back my semicolon, and all I'm going to say is if our current animation state is equal to adding skins, I believe I called it. Let's just quickly scroll down. Adding skins, perfect. Then play the back animation. Now, only problem is we haven't set back animation. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go underneath here, and I'm gonna say current animation state equals doing nothing. Okay, closing semicolon. Current, oops, sorry, yeah, current object dot animation dot crossfade. Open bracket. Inside here, I'm going to play the idle animation, followed by a comma. How long? 1 second. The blending, and we're done. So I should have stopped the game actually. Okay, it's updated. So, moment of truth. let's test the first one. I just want to make sure we have no issues with this. Yeah, we don't need that barrel attachment thing in the function anymore because I'm turning it off on the actual click. So that one works fine. Okay, just bear with me, I'm testing a couple of things. Good. Okay, moment of truth is for this one. So if we hit the back button, it's going to play the idle animation for this now. Right, but it plays the wrong animation if you notice that. So if I go on to my upgrade, that's what the object's called. Pick up and main is what I am looking for. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna spell this name exactly how it is. So I'm gonna copy this if it lets me. If it doesn't, no problem, I can click here, pick up and main, click here, copy the name, stop the game, go back into Unity, change this to that, save it. Let's go back into Unity and test that out. Alright, so customize skin. Now if I hit back, it should play the right idle animation. Brilliant. So it lifts it up and goes back into the idle animation. Now let me test for a bug. Okay. I don't know if I like that. I like it. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Should I leave that as it is? Tell me in the comments. Should I leave it as it is or not? Do you want it so that when we put the gun down, then the boxes show, or as we click on this and as it appears up, you can click back and go back into the idle animation? What do you think? Like this? Or just wait until it hits the table first, these enable, then you can do the back thing. Because I prefer the other way, wait till the gun goes down. I don't know, let me know in the comments below and then we'll fix that in the next tutorial. But as for now, it's okay. Now, second problem is that once it goes into the pick up and main animation, it's no longer going back into idle. So we're going to make another function. Okay, and this function is going to be called function skin to idle. Okay, like so. And I'm going to say it has to wait. No, wait, yeah, that's fine. Yield, if I can say yield correctly. Wait for seconds. Open bracket, close bracket, semicolon. Inside here, I'm going to say current. If I can find the object. Current object dot animation. Open square bracket, closing square bracket, 2 speech marks. And over here, I'm just going to say pick up and main dot length. Once the length is over, I want current object dot animation dot crossfade, open bracket, closing semicolon, 2 speech marks, idle. We want to take it 1 second to fade in and save. Okay, and I'm going to copy this function name. Going to go here and as they disable, I'm going to put that there. It's going to turn the animation back into its idle animation. Let's do something else. Let's say, no, that's fine. Don't change nothing. let's go into Unity and test this out. Main camera, where are you? There we go. Click play and let's see what happens. Okay, so if I hit customization menu, select skin, hit back. After the length of this animation, it should play the idle. And that's pretty damn smooth. I'm happy with the way it came out. Good. Let's just test that one more time. Just want to make sure there's no interference with animations whatsoever. So it goes back into its state, it changes its name, so adding skins, then doing nothing, then it waits literally 0.1 second and it goes back into idle animation. Then I can click this, it changed the name to adding items, sorry, doing nothing, and then it goes back. Oh, I just noticed something. The animation for this one's not right. It's fine for this, but for the idle it's not. It's not supposed to be like that. I'm pretty sure it's not. It's one of these ones. I think it's called stop attachments. I'm sure of it. So we're going to do the same thing for this. So stop attachments. Gonna check it out, see what happens. So for the first if statement, where it says adding items, we're gonna put the idle as that and see what happens.